Hello, everyone. This is Holly, hoping that a few Loop members will join me here for our hangout today. And we are talking about many things. I have offered classes on Hangouts on air, for quite a few months now. And some weeks we have lots of attendees and other weeks not so many. I am expecting a few people here to join us today. So I hope we will see some members joining momentarily. And I've been trying to combine a few events today, trying something a little different with our hangout. And here's Gerard. Hello, Gerard.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Looks like we might have a few others join us today. I hope so. And I was just explaining that I'm trying to combine a few weekly events to try and get more members to practice their English. So I have tried a Blog Blurt weekly event where we talk about different blogs on Loop. I've tried pictures in the news discussions. I've tried Hangouts for open conversation, and you're always there, or almost always there, but trying to pull more members to join us and practice talking. So hopefully we will see a few folks join us. But we'll start with what's good, what's new. Do you have anything exciting to announce today? Anything you want to bring to today's discussion?
No, not really. Anything new?
Okay. So we have the posts of pictures of the day, and I'm not going to try to show them on a shared screen here because it seems to affect the quality of our hangout when we do that. So I hope that we can talk about them just opening separate tabs. People who are joining us on a small device or smartphone may have some trouble with a double window, but I think you and I at least will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So did you choose one image to talk about?
Which pictures are we going to talk about? The last one?
Okay. I had posted that, I had added a comment on the site because we don't have yesterday's because they didn't post them on the weekend, so we'll just use today. They have several links for today's date, several pictures posted. So there's the link here. And Martine wrote that she has an image ready, but she's not here yet.
Because she doesn't have the link.
Yeah, but she's online now on Loop, and the link is there. So hopefully she will find us, and should be able to find it on Google Plus too. It's so challenging to get the hang of where to connect and how to a hangout.
I don't know what happened with Hangouts, but always they say I joined the Hangouts. You send me an email telling to join the Hangout, and the message says you can see the Hangout, but not.
Yes, yeah, that's been a frustration for me, attending others or trying to attend others. When I list it in advance, that seems to be what happens. If you click in advance, it goes to a watch instead of join. And I have yet to puzzle that out. I've tried with a few colleagues, and I don't know the right way to give instructions. It seems to differ on devices and on which browser you're using. Chrome seems to work the best, of course, because it's a Google Chrome, a Google product. But I hope people will find their way. I don't see a note from her here.
She's waiting.
Waiting?
She's waiting for us, but where?
Interesting. Where is a good question. And I opened it from the event listing on the site. Oh, how strange. So how did you get here today?
I clicked the link you sent on Loop, but maybe she's not looking. Let me.
Okay, so we are here. Let me put it here as well. This is the part that frustrates me with Hangouts. It's like, when they work, they're wonderful, but going through all of this angst is... Oh, we both posted. So hopefully people will find us here. Yeah. And maybe they're watching and saying, I'm trying, I'm trying. So anyone listening and watching and having some idea how to help us explain how to join a Hangout, please share your tips. Aha, here she is. Success. Hello. Can you hear us? And I hear some sound, but not super clear. Are you using a headset? Nice photo image you have on your Google+. Can you hear us? Fariba, Martin, can you hear us? See, you've muted your mic, but can you hear us? I hope, I hope. If you're hearing us but not sure how to answer, you need to unmute your mic to try to talk, or on the top left there's a little icon for the chat. You can click on the chat and type us. And there she is. Okay.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello.
I didn't know you are not. You are not hearing me.
I can hear you.
Join you. Thank you, Gerard, for the link. I was looking for the link, but I couldn't find it. Finally, I think.
Yeah, can be challenging. Hello. And we have another member joining us too. Hello. And I don't know what name. Dipanshu.
Yes.
Welcome. And I'm glad people are finding their way here. It's sometimes hard to find a hangout. And I'm hearing some background noise from your connection. Are you wearing a headset?
Yes.
You are? Okay, that usually stops the noise. And I'm not sure, are you a member of our site? Have you joined, Loop? I don't know if you are a member of our site or not. Learn English with a worldwide perspective. Recently joined. Okay, excellent. So I hope we can share mic and hear each other's voices. We will try. It does help if some of us mute in between speaking, but I like this to be your voices more than mine. And so one question is whether you have seen the note and found a picture in the news that you would like to talk about today. So if you haven't, please check this link and choose one photo to share an idea about. And please tell us what your Loop member name is, Dipanshu. What name did you use when you registered on Loop, please? Deep. We'll use. Okay, so okay, and let's try and start. We're 11 minutes into our hour with Google Hangout nonsense, and now maybe we can get into some conversation. So who wants to begin with a photo? Fariba, you said you had chosen one.
Yes, I choose from the link. I think it's the 13th one. The picture of polar bears and with cap.
Picture of polar bears?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing.
Let me share the link because I used the link above you the first time you shared on the page.
So it might not be from today's photos. It might be from a different selection.
The old one. The old one.
Ah, okay. And there's the link. So let's see, polar bears. The top 10. So you went from the. So I'm still not seeing. Oh. Okay, polar bear. There's some cute photos. So polar bears, and what made you choose? Oh, now I see the polar bears. Mama Bear, we talked a bit about this picture before. So this is from February 19th. It's an older picture. What made you choose it?
Yeah, actually last session I didn't attend the class, so I didn't know you talk about this picture. So, because it was very cute and interesting picture to me, and also it actually made me to search about the polar bears and about the about the inhabitants and their diet and etc. It was interesting to me.
Okay, so their habitat, not inhabitant or inhabit. It's easy to get words mixed up, but their habitat. So of course their normal habitat is not in a zoo. So what kind of climate do they like? What did you learn about their habitat?
Yeah, I think they live in the coldest environment, coldest area, in like Alaska, Canada, and Norway, Netherlands, and something like that. Because that their skin covered by the very thick fur, and they can tolerate the cold weather, and also their body covered by the fat, and also the suitable environment for living, to live there is coldest area.
All right. Cold area. Okay, so thick fur, not thick, but thick fur. So pronunciation and border sound, and tolerate. So they tolerate cold weather. So nice vocabulary. I heard you say their bodies are covered by, and I didn't hear what word you used there.
Fat.
Layers of fat. Yeah, they have a thick layer of fat. Thick fur.
Also,
yes.
What is interesting about the bear to me was they are very strong swimmers. I didn't know that. They are
Strong
very strong
swimmers,
swimmers.
yes. Mm.
Yeah, because you know their feet has actually their paws is very suitable for swimming and yeah paws and yeah like aquatic animals and some birds they have paws and I think this characteristic of polar bears make them very very strong swimmers.
Mm. Yeah, they need to be strong swimmers up in Alaska for sure. Nice. Okay, so a nice description. Has anyone ever seen polar bears in the wild? I have never. Has anyone been lucky enough or unlucky enough to be in the cold climate? I'm ready for warmth and spring, so visiting a polar bear climate does not sound appealing to me at all.
Because there are in a cold weather, normally people don't live there, don't go there, so I think it's not possible to see the polar bear in the wild.
It is possible. They have a lot of cruises. Most people think of cruise ships going in nice warm environments, but Alaskan cruises are quite popular, something my husband wants very much to do, and I don't. I don't. I have many other places I'd rather go, but he would love to take an Alaskan cruise. And they go through the icebergs and into the cold white environment, different world. And people do see polar bears, sometimes floating on the icebergs, just like the photographs sometimes show us.
It should be very interesting and adventurous.
So you can go. You can go with my husband. Make him happy. Take an Alaskan cruise. Maybe someday, but many other places. Excellent. Gerard, have you had a chance to choose a photograph now?
Yes, I like the one about the plane that uses, which is solar powered.
A solar powered plane. Okay.
Yes, the second one.
Let's see. Yes, okay. And what did you learn about the solar powered plane?
So, is going to have a long journey all around the world.
It hopes.
But I think it's quite slow because the journey is expected to last 5 months. So.
And why do you think they are saying 5 months?
Because I think it must be 5 months without a stop. Without, I think the plane is going to fly all the time. I think so.
No. So you think it's going to fly very slow? I was thinking it would need frequent stops to absorb the energy to regenerate the solar power. But I'm not sure. I did not research. It is certainly a different form of energy than all of the oil crisis and challenge of finding your own fuel that seems to have the world in such a fuss. So solar, but 5 months would not be an acceptable length of time for today's consumers, for sure. But I would expect that they just simply must stop and regenerate before they can fly again. But I don't know the speed with which they fly. Anyone heard more about this or know more information? Historic around the world journey.
I'm seeing a video, but it looks slow. And the plane looks it's quite big.
Yeah, so maybe it will move for 5 months straight. I don't think I would want to be in an enclosed airplane for 5 months.
Well, maybe you have an internet connection.
And it's just one, so 2 pilots, just 2 co-pilots, Andre and Bertrand. I wonder if they have a crew that will help prepare food. I mean, if they're 5 months, they have to have a lot of food on board. I'm thinking that they must land and regenerate power, but I don't know why they planned 5 months. I think they would want to see other human beings, and
I think they are going to do all the journey in a row, and they are all going to replace each other by piloting the plane.
So I think we need to learn more. So an interesting idea would have to improve its speed to become something feasible for many people to use on a regular basis, for sure.
Yes, I'm reading the article and says yes, the plane can fly up to 87 miles per hour, but they are going to fly a half of this speed, so around 40 miles per hour.
Wow, that's considerably slower than planes usually fly. Wow. And I'm not that quick at math to do the numbers to know if that really takes 5 months. It seems like that still is a long time, but don't know. Interesting. Okay. Be a fun topic to learn.
Yes, what's the goal of your life, your journey?
And
what do they
wasn't able to hear you clearly. Maybe talk not so close to the mic.
Okay. My question is, what is their goal for this journey?
Okay, the goal. So to demonstrate that a plane can do a journey around the world without no stop.
And to be number 1, yay, right? Claim to fame. Many people have these desires. Some claim to fame.
Okay, with no layovers.
No layovers, okay. So what does that mean? Good vocabulary.
Yeah, that's when you need, for instance, if I need to go to Malaysia, I think I should take some layovers because it's a long trip.
And sometimes, what do you think what does a layover mean to you?
In this case, to stop to rest or to do something, I don't know.
Right, yeah. So they're going to, as you said, alternate who's piloting, and they're not going to stop and lay overnight. No. They're going to stop and go, stop, go. So they stop to refuel and perhaps get some new food on board and get rid of some garbage and back on their way again. Wow. A lot of planning to go around the world on solar energy. So you have to plan the timing and the anticipated sun to regenerate. Wow. And that's a slow, for airplanes, a very slow speed. Beautiful. I'm just, my mind is just thinking what beautiful things they'll see.
It's like flying in a balloon, similar to flying in a balloon.
Yeah, I wonder what altitude they fly at, and if they have more danger of running into birds, or what kind of air traffic control challenges they will have. Interesting idea to plan around the world. Fun. Deepan, excuse me, or Deep,
Yes.
have you selected a photo?
Yes, I selected Indian Srinagar.
And
this one, Srinagar, Indian Kashmir.
I'm not able to hear you clearly. Do you have the link? If you right-click on the photo, you can get the link.
Yes, I'm sending
I see. Nice
you able to hear him, Gerard? I'm not able to hear.
Yeah, it's the picture about the Indian Kashmir. Where there are some people playing with young people playing with the snow.
Yeah, snow fighting.
Maybe this is the one this might be the one I was going to choose. Yes, this is the one I was going to choose. I love this image, even if it does show snow. Yeah. Have you ever been there? Do you know this area?
Yes, this is located in Jammu and Kashmir.
And have you been to Kashmir? Do you live near Kashmir?
Yes.
So I was fascinated by the long bridge, the length of the bridge.
Yes, this is good place.
Kashmir has beautiful.
Yes, I went there 3 years back in my summer holidays. So I like the place. At that time, there we shaved in this braving cold.
And how long is this bridge? About, do you know?
I think it's 20, 30 or 40 feet long.
Wow. I would like to walk across that bridge. I want it to move. I want it to not be real stable, and I want the challenge and the excitement and looking down to see what's in the water. I wonder how safe it is in the winter with the snow, how easy it would be to slip off the edge.
Yes, but there are some of the policemen standing beside the place for the safety of these people. Because usually tourists used to come to this place.
Who used to come? I'm sorry?
Tourists.
Buddhists.
Yes.
Okay. And it's nice to see that it's not that cold. Tourists. Tourists. Many tourists. Yes. And do you know of other special things in the area?
Yeah, this whole space always filled with ice all the time. Means for 12 months this whole space was filled with ice. And in the time of January, Feb, and in December, the water you are seeing around this also get cold. Means also filled with ice. Means this is the scene of May or June. This is a scene of summers.
What we see now looks like summer to you?
Yeah.
So you saw snow. Yeah, it does look slippery. I can imagine myself being in that cold water, not wanting to be. But, wow. So when you were there was snow on that bridge?
Yes, there was.
And did you walk across the whole entire length?
No. I was fear of the place.
I can see why. Yeah. But those boys look like they're having fun and not too worried about it.
Yes, they are the resident of that place. That's where they are familiar about the bridge because they usually cross the road through this bridge.
So they use it as a road to go from one
Yes,
destination.
yes,
So
they are
on a
resident
daily
of there.
basis. I'm not sure I would. I'm quite sure, actually, I would not want to do that every day. I would want to be there as a tourist and enjoying the trek. And Fariba wrote, and I agree, Kashmir rice, I actually had some yesterday, is also popular, sold here. Yeah, wow. But I'm curious, Guardian News usually shows photos that were taken on this day, so I'm wondering if it's an unusually warm winter there, and if maybe this
Yes,
was taken just today or yesterday.
I think this was taken in the month of January or 3 or 4 days back
Would be your
because it's
guess.
yes.
And how is the weather where you are today?
Here it is around 25 degrees Celsius. I am in Delhi, India, Delhi.
So no snow there today, huh?
No, here there is no snow, but in Kashmir there is no snow.
Interesting. Fun. Any other photos anyone would like to talk about? We don't have to. I just wonder if there were any others. That was the one I was going to choose for today that caught my eye the most. I was also taken by the one here from Thailand with the salt. Raking sea salt into mounds. This past summer I was able to visit the salt mines in Poland that were fascinating, but they were underground salt mines, and here is an above ground pond where people actually rake the sea salt. And raking salt is not anything I've ever thought about. I have never raked salt, and I don't imagine I ever will. But interesting to see how thick the sea salt is that develops enough pellets that they can rake it into piles. I don't know how they sanitize it for use, or if they do. I don't know how sea salt becomes table salt, becomes salt that we use on our food. Does anyone know how they cleanse or process salt? Or if they do? Somehow I don't think I want salt that's been trampled on. But I don't know how it comes to our table.
I think it must be clean.
Yeah, clean and purification should be table salt.
And I wasn't able to hear you clearly, Martine, I'm sorry.
I think if after purification, cleaning and purification, it can be a table salt.
Purification is the word I wasn't hearing. I hope so. But I don't know how they purify it, because it would possibly dissolve or change its texture in the purification process. I don't know what method they use. Something I've never thought about before.
Never.
So I don't know what salt factories do before they put it into little boxes to sit on the shelf in the grocery store. So I'm hoping each week that we'll talk about a few photos, and then I also thought we would try having these weekly hangouts be open conversation as always, anyone welcome to bring up a topic, but also a chance to maybe talk about some recent blog posts on our site or posts that talk about different cultural perspectives. And I'll bring one to the table, Bimal's recent post about Women's Day and other days designated Mother's Day, Father's Day, Children's Day. And he wrote about how we should be honoring these special people every day, not just one day a year. And so I wondered what you all thought about that idea. So do you think we should have one day a year declared as Women's Day? One day a year as Father's Day?
Why not?
There's a link to his post. He wrote, I have a puzzle in my mind, and I wish you were here to talk with us. But
these days is a good excuse to be grateful of our fathers, mothers, and sisters.
But do we need a good excuse? Why should we need an excuse? No other thoughts?
For those people who never thought about their family, their mother and father, so I think for them this, these days, remembering these days can be a good excuse. But for normal people and some people that's grateful about their father and mother, so it doesn't different. Actually, there is no difference.
So which would you like better, a gift on Women's Day or a gift on April 17th, just because someone thought you were a special woman? Or for you guys, is there a Guy's Day? I don't know if there's a Men's Day. I don't know of a Men's Day. Don't you feel left out, marginalized? Do you want to defend your right for a Man's Day?
What does that mean? That the other days are Men's Day?
One day for women.
That's another way to look at it. All right, we get one day, they get 364.
Yeah, good answer.
So that's also a possible message there, which is not one that I want to think about too much. So do you feel royally treated at least 364 days of the year? Deep wants a Men's Day. He likes this idea. Men's Day. Let's declare International Men's Day. But really, which do you like better, or do you like both the same? Do you think you prefer recognition on one special day a year, or is it more meaningful if you have someone surprise you with no real reason, just because you're wonderful?
Yeah, about me, for me, no difference. Actually, I never think about these special days. big. Also, I don't want to receive any gift for this special day because I think that people just think about me on this day. So I don't like such a way. So for Women's Day, no, I never think about this day. Actually, I never believe in.
It's not really celebrated much in the U.S., so it's not one that I think about either. But I have, in years past, less and less as I get older, but in years past, I expected something on Mother's Day and on my birthday, and when it doesn't happen, I feel disappointed. So making a special day sets some people up for disappointment, and that certainly isn't the intention of the designated day. So what would happen if we took all of these away? No more. No more Valentine's Day, no more Mother's Day, no more Father's Day, no more Children's Day, no more. Gone.
But I think it's beautiful having a special day for many things, because we cannot focus every day on everything. We cannot focus on Father's Day, Mother, I don't know, many possible days, many possible things. So at least on one day, we have a special thing in the spotlight.
So where is your rebellion for Men's Day?
Men, I think when women are going to be equally than men, the Women's Day will be removed.
So are we there yet? Exactly. Are we there yet? Are we ready to remove Women's Day?
Not yet.
If there is a day for women, there should be a day for men.
Yeah. We don't. You think we might not? We might not understand the value or appreciate the value as much without those days. I'd like to think that we would. I'm someone who likes to do most things different. I'm sure that's not a surprise to any of you. Yeah, remind you of a duty, but it's more meaningful if it's not of the heart, right? So I've had a lot of fun the past few years purposely forgetting sort of my friends' birthdays, and a month or so later, or sometimes a month early, I send a package in the mail with lots of little special gifts, totally unexpected. And I've had 2 friends do the same thing back for me, and it's fun when you totally out of the blue. For example, just earlier this week, I received a Christmas package that had been mailed December 9th. And I just received it in March. It took a little while. It was on a solar plane, maybe. It took a long time to reach me, but it was fun to get a package in the mail when you were not at all expecting it. So, like when someone visits unexpectedly, or you meet someone in town that you haven't seen in a long time, it's a nice feeling. I like that feeling of surprise. Little moments of feeling special. Anyone else's blog or cultural difference discussion that you recall reading recently on Loop? Irina's been busy posting lots of blogs about her travels, and they've been interesting. Her perspective. Excuse me?
I think the island of Cyprus.
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 Mm-hmm. Yeah, from a few years ago when our family traveled. And
it was very interesting story and traveling.
Yeah, some interesting experiences she had and some perspectives, positive and not so positive impressions of things. Food is often both a positive and a not so positive encounter when you're traveling. Fariba, you've been in different places. I don't know about Deep. Any experiences you can think of from when you have traveled someplace not as familiar to you and something you've encountered that's been a different perspective?
Yes, I traveled within the states only. Means I didn't travel to different country yet, so I don't have too much experience about this.
Okay. I hope you're able to someday. It's very interesting to see different perspectives. I was able to meet Gerard in Spain earlier this year, and certainly had a lot of interesting experiences. But many people talk about their things they've noticed. And Fariba, anything you'd like to share?
Yes, when I came to Malaysia, actually the food was very new to me because the food was very spicy and hot. But in my country, people don't use condiments and spices a lot. Just they use a normal thing, salt and black pepper or something like that. But in Malaysia, the Malaysian cuisine, and also there is here Thailand cuisine. It's very famous. They are very spicy, but it's very delicious to me. It was very, what actually the most favorable things that I like about the Malaysia is their food. The first one is their food. It's very nice. If I leave Malaysia, I'm sure that I will miss them.
And was that an immediate adjustment, or did it take you some time to get used to the spiciness?
Actually, immediately I get to use this food. It was very nice to me.
Okay, so it worked well for you.
Because I'm really adventurous about the new food. I really like to try new food and new tastes. That's why it was very interesting to me.
Yeah, we have some fun discussions in our recipe cookbook group on Loop. I remember a fairly recent one when, I don't remember who posted it, but the chicken feet discussion about eating chicken feet. And many members saying, no way, and others saying, yes, this is delicious, I eat this regularly.
It's very popular in Malaysia.
Is it?
And many people eating this chicken food in the restaurants.
It's something I've never seen served. And the first photo that was shared, I wasn't sure it was real. So I found that discussion very fascinating. A few years ago, I remember talk about Vietnamese and eating mice, and that's something that is also very unfamiliar to my U.S. culture. I don't want to see mice on the menu. It does not work for my mind. So it's interesting how strong we can learn totally opposite customs or diets.
In Spain, we eat snails.
Snails, frequently? A common menu item?
Yes, but it's a little expensive, but it's a common meal.
And escargot, are they renamed, or do you have a
Escargot
different?
Escargot is the French name.
So it's not used in Spanish cuisine.
No.
So what is the Spanish word for snails?
Caracol.
Caracol. So similar, escargot, caracol. Caracol. Okay. I had snails years ago. I don't remember actually whether I liked them or not. They're a very expensive item here. We usually use the French escargot when they're listed on a menu item. And can find them here now at some of our specialty shops, but still not a popular food item. One of those things I learned in school early on, that someday you must taste escargot and caviar. So it was sort of one of those really odd foods that you might hear someday. Since that time, kids today hear about all kinds of foods, which I think is fabulous. And you can see and taste many different types of food here. In Malaysia, can you find, and in India and in Spain, can you find foods from other cultures easily?
Yes, in Malaysia there are many cuisines: Chinese cuisine, Thailand cuisine, Taiwanese cuisine, and yeah, it's very easy to find every cuisine and different types of food here. For example, it's actually serving frogs. In Chinese, in Chinese restaurant is very, but I never tried that. But a snail also is very popular here. Oyster also. Oyster they usually put in a salad. And sometimes they make a stew with that. Yeah, they steam it and put in the salad.
People eat raw oysters here, right on the half shell. But oysters too. I've never seen oysters in salad as an item. Interesting. Gerard or Deep, can you find other foods easily?
Yes.
Okay, Deep, you're gonna have to leave. All right.
Go for dinner.
Okay. Happy eating. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes, because we have immigrants from many countries, and they have specific shops where they can buy the local food.
And do you often try? Do you buy and try?
Not really. I'm not good at cooking, so I don't try to cook.
So you'll use the "I'm not good at cooking" excuse rather than the "I'm not adventurous."
Nice euphemism.
My brother will try almost anything. And Fariba, you indicated you like to try new foods. I'm a little hesitant more often. I usually will try, but I'm not quite as adventurous as some people can be. Any other discussions on food that you? Go ahead.
But in Malaysia, Indian food is my favorite.
Okay.
Very tasty and delicious.
I like most Indian food as well. I like Thai. I like some Chinese. I've had wonderful Chinese served by friends, much more than positive Chinese restaurant experiences. Gerard took us to a nice place when I was in Spain. Most Chinese restaurants here, though, are cater to the U.S. Americanized version, and it's not really that wonderful. But a lot of Chinese dishes are very flavorful. Your husband came knocking. Knocking, knocking, let me in. Not sure if that means you need to leave. We have just a few minutes left. Any other posts that you're recalling?
That's what I want. Okay. If I'm late, I say bye.
Okay.
I really enjoy your class, and I hope I join you again.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your comments, and thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So we have just a few minutes left. Okay. So any other topics that come to your mind from the past week or so, Gerard, that you wanted
related to
cultural perspectives, different perspectives shared on things?
Well, I read the articles, Irina's blog post about her trip with her family.
She wrote well. I wish I had journaled like that. How nice it is to have those specific memories jotted down well enough to share. They still make great stories years later. I think many people today just take videos and let that be their journaling. But I remember the story of her little boy who swallowed the beads. Was one story, and I was trying to remember food stories. I think I'd have to go back and glance again. I remember one of her posts had something about green, and I loved that post, but what was it about? Green, challenging my memory. So any specific points that she talked about that you're able to recall?
Oh.
Same challenge I'm having. Sorry, Irina. They are beautiful posts, but I'm not remembering details. Kids playing in the pool. I remember her writing how she, which I thought was wonderful, that they took the family, she took the kids away to the beach to swim because they didn't want to wake up other people at the place where they were staying. Was very considerate. It reminded me of many times when I've traveled and parents have not been considerate, and we've been woken up or kept awake by noisy splashing and screaming at the pool sides. So I remember her writing that she took them to the seaside, and one of her boys, I guess, didn't want to go in the water, and the others did.
I see that she has written more posts about this trip.
Even more? So I may not have seen all of them.
I think, I'm not sure, but I think the island of Cyprus, it's half Greek and half Turkish.
I think you're right. I'm not sure if that's still true. Things change so frequently. I don't always keep up with the geographical declarations, but that sounds correct to me. The ruins, I remember she had some photos of ruins that they visited, and I remember one of her, she and her husband noticed that the ruins the church was not taken care of, not maintained at a level that she would have expected. And that's a challenge for many places to keep up with the upkeep. Takes a lot of money.
Okay,
looking nice.
I see now. A small part of the island was taken by Turkey in 1974.
Recently.
But it's only recognized by Turkey.
Yeah, see, that's the challenge with so many demarcations today is who recognizes them, and challenging on Loop because we might have members from both sides of that opinion and can be a challenge. My country. Cyprus is another. Malaysia and Cyprus are both on that list of faraway places I dream about, but not sure I will ever see. So it's fun when someone does travel and shares information. Well, we had a few people join today, and I'm glad that you stayed here. Any other last thoughts you'd like to share today, Gerard?
No, I actually have to leave. I have another class.
All right. Happy learning.
See you. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.